deliver.
Quality information straight from Capitol Hill. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
I'm Sophia Murphy, 19 News, helping you better understand what's happening here at Michigan State Capitol. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Coming up tonight on your 19 News. We're live in Washington, D.C. with the details as lawmakers work to solidify Trump's budget plan. Plus, UP representatives head to Iron Mountain to push forward their goal of increasing health care across state lines. And we have the details on the bond proposal Gwinn Area Schools is looking to pass this May. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Meteorologist Tom DeVecchio here and checking things out for the night planner here. Cold night, temperatures dropping into the mid-teens with some clearing skies to start. Clouds will tend to increase later tonight, but overall we're not expecting much. You can see a nice little rebound in temperatures as we start to shift the winds toward the south and southwest, allowing for some milder air to come in eventually, but still a cold night in store, but fairly tranquil. Rest of the forecast later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you very much. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is running into trouble trying to get enough support from members in his own party on the president's budget blueprint. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp is live on Capitol Hill. Rachel, good evening. What's the holdup?
Good evening, Kevin. So some fiscally conservative Republicans are hesitant to support this measure because they say that it doesn't slash enough government spending. Now, Speaker Johnson can only afford to lose just a handful of these votes. And so far, by our calculations, about 10 to 15, maybe even 20 members are so far kind of taking a second and pausing, supporting this measure. I spoke with some House Republicans like Congressman Jack Bergman on this, who seem pretty frustrated that not everyone can get on board with this measure for this initial step in this process. Now, over the weekend, the Senate passed the president's budget blueprint. It includes some of his wish list items like increasing border security and extending the 2017 tax cuts, slashing government spending, and raising the debt ceiling. But Democrats say in order to pay for these tax cuts, Republicans could eye cuts to fundings for critical programs like Medicaid, which provides health coverage for low-income families and people, and cuts to nutritional programs too. Now, I caught up with Congressman Bergman, who is on the Budget Committee. He used the analogy that this budget blueprint is the first initial step for the two teams, which are the House and the Senate, to get onto the playing field and play the game, which is finalizing a budget. He tells me he doesn't understand why any of his Republican colleagues would want to prevent them from this initial step, which would allow them to go toe-to-toe with the Senate and fight for the items they really want to see implemented.
We have to begin to reduce the deficit. However we do that, that's going to be played out on the game field between the Senate and the House. So to vote anything other than yes on this resolution means you're not allowing your team to go on the field.
And Kevin, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is pulling out all the stops today. He, as well as President Trump, along with those kind of hardline Republican members, they all met today at the White House to discuss this. And for the most part, Speaker Johnson, after that meeting, says that he seemed pretty optimistic, saying that some questions were answered, and he seemed like there was going to be more support from those who were initially hesitant to support this. So we do know that the Speaker wants to put this on the floor sometime this week, so we'll keep our eyes out for that. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much. State Representative Dave Preston has introduced a bill that aims to streamline health care access across state lines. Today, he held a press conference at the Marshfield Medical Center in Iron Mountain. He was joined by UP healthcare providers who say patients often have to go to emergency departments when they need care out of state. By joining the multi-state Physician Assistance Licensure Compact, patients would be able to contact their primary care provider for medical needs in neighboring states.
When patients bounce between provider and provider, that continuity is lost every time that patient handoff occurs. The compact puts in plenty of safeguards. You have states like Ohio and Wisconsin that are already involved, really working together to ensure continuity across the entire system.
Representative Carl Bonak is sponsoring the bill, and our own Lily Simmons will have more from both representatives tonight at 11:10 Central. Voters in Forsyth Township will be going to the polls this May to decide on a bond proposal to fund critical improvements to both Gwynn High School and Middle School. Gwynn Area Community Schools is requesting to borrow nearly $31 million for Phase 1 of the project, which is needed for infrastructure repairs and to create more space for CTE programs. Voters rejected a similar proposal last November. However, the current proposal breaks the project into 2 phases.
We are at the absolute bottom of all the districts around us in the amount of millage that our community members pay. The bottom. There is no one who's paying less.
Crony says the project has the backing of Forsyth Forward, a group of local businesses that say improvements to the schools should be a high priority. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, we head back to Washington, D.C. to get the latest on the ongoing tension between the U.S. and Iran. And later in sports, bad news for Michigan State basketball fans as one of their best players announces he will be entering the NBA draft. We're back in 2 minutes.
CBS Thursday
all these things work good together
is what Thursdays are meant to be.
What did I do to deserve you?
This.
I shall call you the S-Car Ghost.
Because he's a ghost, and he was by the car.
I didn't think you were that crafty, Miss Matlock.
You know it.
This case I'm on has me all blah, blah, blah.
All these things work good together. New episodes return CBS Thursday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Buckles Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brewed beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckles Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to buy get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Hello, I'm Chris Berman. If your car is out of warranty or close to expiring, you could get stuck paying thousands. But when you have CarShield, you'll never pay for expensive car repairs again. And that's why I'm a CarShield customer.
Call 800-552-1961. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here at Serta's Big Spring Sale, and it's going on now. There's extra discounts on all iComfort Pro mattresses and adjustable bases. Save up to $925. Zone Comfort design for full body alignment so you get a good night's sleep. At Shunk's we carry a full line of Serta mattresses. They're all here for you to try. 22 different models and comfort levels to choose from. A nice plush queen size perfect sleeper mattress is on sale for just $4.99. Shop Shunk's at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Things will slowly start to warm up here, moderating temperatures. You'll start to feel it for tomorrow. And fortunately, not real stormy as well as we head on into the upcoming weekend. And temperatures going up as well. Should be able to break that 50-degree mark Saturday, probably into Sunday as well. You know, you think you have a bad day? Well, how about this parachutist in France coming in during a tournament, and look what happens. Uh-oh. Yeah, the poor guy got caught. Parachute got caught there on the overhang. And no worries. Eventually, rescue crews did get a ladder up to him, probably from a fire truck. And there it is right there, getting the ladder up there. All is well. Parachutist was not hurt, but it certainly caused a spectacle there out in France. Coming back here to the Upper Peninsula, well, we got some light winds as we head on into tomorrow morning. No cold winds like we've had in the past here, and winds coming out of the southeast, usually meaning a bit of a warm-up. as far as the temperatures go. And as we head on toward Futurecast itself, lake effect did kick into gear here, especially in the Munising area from today, but it's winding down tonight. Another little batch may come in. Futurecast setting off a few of these light snow showers early mid-morning tomorrow. I don't think it'll amount to anything here. A couple of hits of flurries now and then, but most of the day appears to be on the dry side and pretty tranquil. And as we head toward Thursday, more of the same, not a whole lot going on. Storm system well to the south, and that's going to be about it. And a couple of rain showers are possible late Thursday into Thursday evening. But these are pot shots here and there, most of the time dry, setting up for a pretty mild weekend. But boy, it's cold tonight. Teens to near 20 for most of you, lower to mid-20s elsewhere for your nighttime lows under partly to mostly cloudy skies. And things looking pretty good for tomorrow. A lot of clouds. Again, some of you may set off a few isolated snow showers here and there. But temperatures rebound nicely. We're hopeful that we'll get close to 40, if not lower 40s here along the Wisconsin border. As we head toward Friday, looks like we'll see mostly sunny skies and a nice warm-up for Saturday and Sunday. Mid-50s on Saturday and even near 50 degrees as we head towards Sunday. And while we do taper off temperature-wise for next week, no plummeting temperatures into next Tuesday.
Tom, thanks again. Growing tensions between the United States and Iran are taking center stage in Washington. At a symposium today on Capitol Hill, lawmakers, policy experts, and leading voices for Iranian-American relations discussed future strategy towards Iran. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon was there. Brendan, good evening. This event comes just a few days before a pretty important meeting.
Hey there, Kevin. Yeah, that's right. This event happening just a few days before Iran and United States are going to be meeting, according to President Trump on Monday, who announced this meeting. Now, top-level U.S. officials will meet with their Iranian counterparts to discuss Iran's nuclear program.
I don't begrudge the administration for seeking direct negotiations, but if you didn't like the book, you won't like the movie. The Iranians are great at essentially dragging out any negotiations to force everybody, including the United States, to succumb to their agenda.
America's approach to Iran continues to demand the attention of U.S. policymakers and experts like former ambassador and White House Middle East advisor Mark Ginsburg.
Everyone knows that Iran is making a mad dash to a crude nuclear weapon. But most importantly, everybody knows that this is a golden moment of opportunity to seize the initiative against Iran in the Middle East.
He and other leading voices took part in a symposium on Capitol Hill Tuesday, hosted by the Organization of Iranian American Communities, or OIAC, to focus on the dual challenge of countering Iran's destabilizing behavior across the region, while amplifying support for the Iranian people's aspirations for freedom and liberty.
The regime in Iran is a threat to all of mankind.
Political director for the OIAC, Dr. Majid Sadishpour, says the current regime is extremely vulnerable.
And the dissent in Iran is very strong. The attention should be given to the Iranian people and their organized effort to overthrow the regime.
But in order to pave the way to new leadership, Sadishpour says,
the free world, particularly the United States, must offer them moral and political support.
Doing a deal would be preferable.
At the same time, high-level officials in the Trump administration are preparing for direct nuclear talks with Iran this weekend.
Hopefully those talks will be successful, and I think it would be in Iran's best interest if they are successful.
Kevin, President Trump has recently floated the idea of using military action against Iran to deter them, to prevent them from developing any nuclear weapons. But he did say on Monday that avoiding escalation is in everybody's best interest. Now, experts I spoke with today say the goal for the administration throughout the course of these talks, these negotiations with Iran, needs to be getting them to create a timetable to dismantle their nuclear program while having other countries being able to sort of verify and enforce that timetable as well. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much as always. Coming up next on Insights, we hear about the Road to Restoration program and how it's giving people the chance to reclaim their driver's licenses. We'll be right back.
My name's Douglas Hill, and I've been working at Goodwill a little over 14 years now. Goodwill's a place to give people opportunities, especially if they have a disability. You know, it's good to be around people, and the fact that I know that I'm not alone, it's actually changed my life for better. I would just love to say thanks for giving me the opportunity, and I love working with the people. You know, we joke around, we have a good time, and work gets done.
Supporting Goodwill helps give our clients fuller lives.
Houghton's the spot where we get all 4 seasons, the snow, the shine, everything in between. So the shoes are everything. You know, what you have is going to help you perform better, perform longer, stay injury-free longer. Whether you're a runner, walker, or you're just looking for a shoe to get yourself through the day, we'll take an extensive approach to finding the shoe that's right for you. Whatever surface that you're going to be on, we've got you covered.
The imaging department at Barrett County Memorial Hospital offers a full line of imaging modalities from CT, nuke med, MRI, ultrasound, and mammography in general. Within the last year, we've got 2 new ultrasound equipment, SPEC CT scanner. We are able to get into most modalities in a day or 2. One of the things that they offer here, the genuine care, our family caring for yours, it's not just a slogan that really makes us different than the rest.
This is a powerful place. In this chamber, decisions are made every day, decisions that impact your life, your friends, family, and neighbors. Your life can be changed by what happens here. I'm 19 News' Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy. I report to you, tracking votes, new laws, and policies that change lives in the Upper Peninsula. The only place to see what's happening in Lansing is right here.
Sophia Murphy reports, only on WZMQ 19 News. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The Michigan Department of State is offering a free opportunity for anyone who has lost their driving privileges to get their license restored. Joining us tonight is Abigail Venman, who directs the Road to Restoration program. Abigail, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So what is this program? How does it work?
The Road to Restoration is a series of clinics where we travel around the state providing information and access for Michiganders to get back on the road and find out the steps that they need to take to regain their driving privileges.
All right. And so obviously this would help a lot of people out. How has the need for this program grown in recent years?
You know, Michigan is a driving state. Folks need to get to work, they need to get to the grocery store, they need to get their families around, they need to go to the doctors, they need to get their kids to school, right? And all of that requires having a valid driver's license. And so the idea that we are hoping to provide information to residents to understand what they need to do to get back on the road safely and legally is really important.
Right, and driving is so important. So with this Road to Restoration program, I mean, just how much have you seen it help people out in just their daily lives?
Absolutely. You know, driving is integral in Michigan. And so the idea that we are hopefully helping residents understand the steps that they need to take to regain those driving privileges. When residents come to the clinic, they will have the opportunity to meet with the folks at the Mobile Secretary of State, which is exactly what it sounds like. Folks can speak with the team to get their driving record printed. That office can do everything a brick and mortar office can do, including folks can take a written test, take a vision test, and everything that they need to do in that respect. After that, residents will meet with a member of our triage team, which are folks from the Michigan Department of State, experts from various departments. Residents will meet with those triage team members one-on-one to review that driving record to better understand what is there and what is preventing them from regaining their driving privileges. After that, residents will have the opportunity, if they would like, to meet with volunteer attorneys, again, to receive some insight and expertise of what may be preventing them from driving currently, as well as other community resources. And then residents might pop around between all those different departments at the clinic based on their needs. And the idea is that residents will leave the clinic with, you know, all of their questions answered and understanding the steps that they need to take to regain their driving privileges. And in some circumstances, residents will be able to take the steps to regain their driving privileges at the clinic and walk away with a permit or a license.
Gotcha. So can you tell us more about when it could be coming to the UP at all?
Absolutely. We'll be in the Upper Peninsula 5 times this year. We are excited to come to the Eastern UP in May. We'll be in St. Ignace on May 6th, in Newberry on May 7th, and then later in the year in September in the Western UP, we'll be there in September 9th and 10th, and Marquette on September 12th.
All right, sounds good. And for the people who are watching who want to take part in this program, Abigail, is there anything else you think they should know?
Yes, I invite you to visit our website, which is michigan.gov/R2R, so standing for Road to Restoration. So that's R, the letter number 2, and then the letter R. At that website, residents can, find out more information, including how to make an appointment at our clinics, as well as some videos and other documentation that might help them prepare for their visit at the clinic.
All right, sounds great. Abigail, thank you so much for coming on with us today to tell us about it, and can't wait for it to come to the UP. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
And still to come on your 19 News, Mike Ledlam will have all your sports headlines. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes.
This job, it's about sacrifice for something nobler than yourself.
Here goes everything.
The FBI's are back in action.
Move, move, move!
We can stop this.
Eyes open, safety's on. Look at your back. Tracking down people who don't want to be found is our specialty.
CBS Tuesday is FBI night.
Well done, everybody.
The FBI's are all new. CBS tonight at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. The Upper Peninsula girls basketball season was very successful despite not winning a state title. I think this might be a record. 5 UP players made the All-State first team in Division 4. So let's look at all 5 of them. Jillian Frazier of St. Ignace, Bree Beston and Ireland McGeeshick from the state final runner-ups Ewan Trout Creek, Lauren Adams of Norway, and 2,000-plus point scorer Emily Jokela of Lakeland and Hubble. And the bonus, Ewan Trout Creek coach Jackie Beston was named Coach of the Year. On the second team, Emma Beston of the Panthers, along with Addison Cullen of St. Ignace, and Barriga's Kara Roberts receives honorable mention. Now, Division 3 has been released also, and also more congratulations. Janessa Eagle of Ishpeming is on the first team, and Jackie Keelan of Calumet is on the second team. High school classification announcements have been made for next year. Sault Ste. Marie will drop from Class A to Class B. Westwood drops from Class B to Class C. And Ishpeming falls from Class C to Class D. Now, the bigger things of paying attention to some of this, Ishpeming girls basketball and volleyball will be in Division 4 next year, and Munising boys basketball will return to Division 4 as well. Michigan State freshman Jace Richardson will enter the 2025 NBA draft. He said that to ESPN today. Richardson added he evaluated everything with his family, and this was the best decision for him. Richardson is the number 13 prospect in ESPN's NBA draft projections. He was named to the Big Ten's all-freshman team and third-team all-conference, 12.1 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 1.9 assists, shooting 41% from three-point land. He was inserted into the starting lineup for the Spartans on February 8th. Jace's father is Jason Richardson, an All-American and national champion for the Spartans, was the number 5 pick in the 2001 draft and went on to have a very good career over 13 years in the NBA. NMU's Alyssa Woolrath has earned GLIAC Outdoor Women's Track Athlete of the Week. In her first outdoor meet of the season, the Wildcat senior won the 100 hurdles at the Ashton May Invitational in La Crosse, 14.06 seconds. Woolrath dominated the preliminary round, 13.82. That set a new NMU school record, also an NCAA provisional mark that is currently 8th fastest across the nation. Tigers with another afternoon game today against the New York Yankees, and the fourth inning was launching pad inning. Spencer Torkelson with a home run to left center field, 404 feet, a solo shot that made it 2-0. We continue with Zach McKinstry as he gets a hold of that one. Not as far, but as long as it clears the fence, nobody cares. That's good for 377 feet, 3-0 Detroit. And Dylan Dingler kept the rally going with a solo homer to center field. Kerry Carpenter had a home run in the fifth. Tarek Skubal with the 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. Tigers take this one by the count of 5-0. And quickly going back to last night's Florida-Houston men's basketball national championship game down in San Antonio. Take a look at the floor made in the Upper Peninsula. And there is a basket by Will Richard. He had 18 points, but Houston led 31-28 at the half. Second half, L.J. Cryer with a triple. That made it 40-30 Cougars. He had 19. But Walter Clayton Jr., I should say, his first basket of the night, less than 8 minutes to go, tied the score at 48 after the free throw. Emmanuel Sharp gave Houston a 56-53 advantage with this triple. However, back at the other end, Clayton knotted the score at 60 with this three-pointer. Free throws gave Florida a 2-point lead, with Houston looking for the last shot, but it did not materialize. Emmanuel Sharp could not pull the trigger thanks to the Gators' defense, and Florida wins the national championship by the score of 65-63 over the Cougars. And Kevin will be right back.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
If you are suffering from mesothelioma, lung cancer, or pulmonary fibrosis, you may be entitled to compensation, even if you smoked. Call Detroit-based Goldberg, Persky & White, working lawyers for working people for more than 35 years.
What happens when reporters take you inside the story?
I've been asking for over 1.5 years for access into this place, and this is the first time we're getting it.
You get the all-new CBS Evening News every weeknight.
At Choice Hotels like this Quality Inn, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation and get more of that family time. Can I see that? Maximized. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Oh no.
Leaks can be scary. But with Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal, fixing them doesn't have to be. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Expect partly to mostly cloudy skies for tonight, and just some small hits of maybe a hit of light snow mid-morning tomorrow. Won't amount to much here. A couple of pop-up flurries, a few flakes of snow here, perhaps a few raindrops for Wednesday evening. And Thursday, a couple of showers may come in late in the day. But again, pot shots, nothing more, looking pretty tranquil here. And warming up, low 40s by Friday. Temperatures into the 50s for the upcoming weekend. Kevin, back to you.
Don, thanks again. And finally tonight, Travel Marquette has officially opened their new location, cutting their ceremonial ribbon this morning. The nonprofit organization sets out to provide sustainable growth in Marquette County by heading major event planning and offering information to tourists. Its new location is on the corner of South Front and East Main Street in downtown Marquette, just around the corner from its previous office. CEO Susan Essler says the new location will be more inviting to people coming into town.
It definitely opens up things for people wanting to come into the area. Just being able to pass out visitor information here. It's just really exciting to be in this location.
And we'll have more info on their move on our website. That's all for now, everyone. We'll see you later tonight.